Well, I'm always impressed by the Fresh Talk series at the museum. It's truly my truly my favorite. I say that because I don't ever want to miss it. My overall feeling was I love to see all of the different aspects that the women brought to the stage. I love the historical aspect. I love the contemporary jewelry design, and then I loved the woman who's researching about her own native culture. So I love that it sort of hit on all of these three different aspects of study to bring in to talk about jewelry.
It was a confirmation of the feelings that I've experienced all day up to the point of the talk, you know. And I make jewelry as well. And one of my friends who lives here tagged me in the post, let me know that this event was going on. I shared it with my people, the people I create for, create with. They wanted me to be here. And it's just so... it is just a confirmation of how, like, the universe is really working in your favor. Love is working in your favor in all instances, like, without question, you know? And that was just one more confirmation of it. To hear that, to feel that, and to, like, experience that at the same time was really lovely.
It was amazing to hear the stories, I mean, from New Zealand to this place that we know, or at least imagine, of a Wakanda, was a powerful way to just experience and take in history and understand how history is such an important part of who we are as a people, because it's so often forgotten. But then imagining the notion of this space, this fictitious space called Wakanda, and the beauty and amazement of what that is, kind of the Oz of our world, what we would want to experience and see, was really a powerful thing to witness and to see how there's so much more that goes into just creating a thing. So often we take for granted the detail and the meticulous nature and even the inspiration for what makes something what it is. We got a really great chance to hear about that from the tattoos and other adornment, reminding me of just the power in all these things that we see day to day and oftentimes just forget what they are, forget the importance of them, what it really means to not just wear something, but to wear it with purpose.
My favorite part was the diversity. I think it's a celebration to see women from different walks of life all in one place discussing the same topic. I think there's something very empowering and educational about it. From Dorian to Ayana, these are educated, powerful, inspiring women, and they're helping fill the gap in creativity and gender equity when it comes to art.
The speakers today were amazing. I love the fact that they brought in their inspiration into the presentation. They spoke about where they got their ideas from, where they got the download from. And speaking of download, I felt like both speakers talked, actually all three speakers spoke about history, culture, and specifically their ancestral lineage and what that means for their work. I think the idea of spiritual and cultural download was very much a part of the conversation. I think most, if not all of the speakers mentioned not really knowing exactly where their inspiration might have come from in some cases, and some things they researched, but in some cases they didn't research, and I think it really speaks to the volume of what spiritual and cultural download means. I think oftentimes when people think about jewelry and adornment, they think it's just about style, but I think there's way more to it, and I was really pleased to see the artists speak to the fact that there's meaning behind what we wear, how we adorn our bodies, and what it means not only externally, but what it means to us internally.